We're going to talk about Industry 4.0 today. It's the fourth industrial revolution. We've got a lot of hope that Industry 4.0 will provide great value into the supply chain for aerospace and defense particularly. I spent 40 years in aerospace and defense and know the criticality of the supply chain when we need it for either national security interests, certainly, that's a large one, but it's also a big driver for the national economy.
Data analytics is a way to deal with a huge amount of data, manufacturing a huge opportunity to improve efficiencies, improve operations both within a factory and across the whole supply chain. The reuse of sensors or data sources for multiple purposes. While cities are buying tens of thousands of sensors and devices, manufacturing facilities can leverage that by repurposing not only the hardware that cities are employing in a lot of places, but also the software that might be used to monitor traffic or pedestrians. You could monitor material flow in a factory or something like that. The attractiveness of Internet of Things, I think, and the opportunities it presents are very low capital investment and tremendous payback.
We get data from the entire room and we can find objects on the factory floor and can track objects on the factory floor, can tell you where the parts are, if your forklift drivers forgot where they have to place them. We can use this camera data that we get from LiDAR sensors and other objects to actually find objects on the factory floor, and then it's only up to your imagination how you like to use this data to help your people at the factory floor.
Robots have been used quite a bit in the automotive sector, but if you think about aerospace and defense, robotics use is very, very limited. And also in many small batch setting, humans have to work on certain aspect of the task, which is critical, and robots simply cannot do it. So humans and robot have to work in the close physical proximity. So these new advances are basically expanding the role that robots can play in the small and medium production runs. So we hope that DoD or defense industry and aerospace industry, which hasn't used robots much, would be able to actually leverage all these capabilities and be able to use robots. That's where the future is going, and we have to kind of be prepared for that future and make sure that we, basically can embrace it.
So that means if you have cameras on the factory floor, you get quality control, you can observe what people do, you can have a computer figuring out if this part is okay, if this part is not okay. We need to leverage this data from cameras or from other sensors for everything what's around already exists. So that means we have already taken 50% of this obstacle. So the other 50% is now something, buying sensor, doing research in this area to really leverage this hardware, this infrastructure that we have.
Robotics is going to be in the factories where people are projecting will be millions and millions of robots will be bought, and somebody will be selling them at $50,000 a pop. So you can yourself do the calculations and see that this is going to be sizable economic opportunity.